Brad Nicholson from Uber Entertainment, and today I'm gonna play some Galactic War with my buddy and also executive producer on the project, Adam Overton.
Hey there. So we're ready to go. We've got a Galactic War game started in progress. We're just gonna fire that up. It's the Epic Game Bro.
Appropriately named, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So this is
it's kind of an homage to Epic Name Bro, who's a Dark Souls 2 player.
I heard good things about that video game.
It is an excellent video game. I like it.
Okay. All right. So we're pretty deep in. What do you got going on? What is Galactic War, Adam? Pitch me.
So in the Galactic War, oh wow, we're really far in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the Galactic War, you start as a reawakened commander who's lost a lot of tech over time, and you explore all these systems and you find tech that helps you play the game. And you can see at the bottom of the screen here, we've already found a bunch of tech. So if we click on it, we can see what it is. This one says, hey, we build everything 40% more efficiently, so it costs 40% less metal, 40% less energy. It's great.
I love that one too. That one is the best one to get. If you're playing Galactic War and you don't have that, just turn your game off. Just hold F4. Yeah.
So it's so good, in fact, that I hate to tell you this, but Skatus recently made it more or less likely to occur.
No.
So that's a little bit more complete bot tech. When you start, you normally with the default loadout, you have just vehicle factories.
Right.
You don't have any of the other, like the bot or the air or the naval. So in this case, we got the complete bot tech, which is great because then you can build, bots. This includes basic and advanced. Sometimes you can get slots that are just one or the other, just basic or just advanced. We've got a sub commander. This guy is an AI player who will fight with you. And looks like we got a couple of basic air tech and advanced air tech. So just like I was talking before.
Example of both.
Yep, artilleries, that gives you things like pelters and catapults and hulkins to do your artillery barrages. And then advanced defense, I guess is a more powerful version. So this is tactical missile launchers, triple barrel laser turrets, and anti-flak towers.
The big stuff.
The big stuff, yeah.
Basically.
And then this gives you the ability to build storage, and you have twice as much storage from each building and from your commander himself, so you start the game out with more storage.
So part of one of, I guess, Galactic War's design goals then is to limit the player, right? Make them more flexible, a little bit more creative than they normally would be?
Yeah, it's a couple things. One is you have the limitations of, well, I have to fight with whatever tech I got, so that contributes to the way the game is infinitely replayable, because if you've got different stuff that you've discovered along the way, then you're gonna have to work with that. So I think that's definitely part of it, is that forced limitations and constraints, and then sometimes it gets you out of a rut of like, well, I always build this one thing, and then that's that.
Right. Let's explore a system. Let's do it.
Absolutely. So
hit that button.
Here we go.
What are we gonna get?
And advanced vehicle tech.
Hey.
Woo! That would be awesome if I had basic. Well, I do have basic vehicle tech, so this will give me the ability to build advanced vehicles as well.
Perfect.
So now the next goal is to go and
get rowdy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Find a fight. Like we're gonna pick a fight with this guy up here, and we're gonna jump over there. Oh, we found the faction leader.
All
so if we win this fight, we could go on and fight the faction leader. If we win that, we actually free up all these red spots, and you can explore them freely after that. However, that fight will be quite a bit more difficult. He'll specialize in some kind of tech or some strategy that he uses, and he will also have more than just one commander on the AI team. So, but for now, we've gone to this first system, and we must fight. So we're gonna do that.
Let's do it. This is gonna be good. You got all this technology too. I mean, that's a big part of it, is going around collecting this technology so you can actually take out these faction leading
the first few turns of the game, you have a little bit of space to just run around and collect tech, because you start out with like nada.
Right.
And I would absolutely do as much exploration as you can before getting into a fight, just as preparation.
One of the interesting things we do with Galactic Wars, we kind of allow you to choose the intensity of the experience, right? We have different map sizes and different difficulty levels that you can use, and whenever you go into, for example, harder ones have bigger systems with more engaging fights. The bigger it is, typically the harder it is.
So there's, I'm seeing a couple starting spots. This one seems very isolated with just a few metals, so I'm thinking about this one. Just want to check to make sure. Okay, there is another planet, but you can't get to it by default, so...
That's good.
Yeah, sometimes you can have multiple starting spots, and just gonna check this out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and keep a little camera position here so I can slip back and go ahead and start on... I think it's often good to start the game with some good camera position start up.
Yeah, Adam's a next generation camera controller. You'll notice that as you watch us play. Look at that. Look at that. Fleet of finger.
That's
what
right.
this man is.
Okay, so now we have. Oh, these are the previous. We
It's
actually.
not F anymore.
It's not F anymore. So I'm having to like It's funny how quickly I get used to a keyboard sequence. It's changed recently, so
Yeah.
you know, we just happen to be using a build that's a couple days older, and it's already different. And
A game grows fast.
yes.
Oh, 3 metal, huh? 3 metal, 1
Yeah,
energy.
even though you get 9.8 here, I do like to have that so that when the factory comes out, which I'm gonna queue up here in just a moment, I'm gonna queue up a bot factory.
I like your style.
Bot factories are great because they build bots, including combat fabbers.
Oh, Combat Faber's pretty OP.
Yeah, they are. I don't know if they're OP, but they're definitely strong.
They're deliciously good. Is that
yes,
a better way to put it?
They're like Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious.
Look, I'm not afraid of saying the word OP. I've played some games where there are some truly OP things, and I feel like it's okay to say
well, you're right. That's
the
true.
game.
I haven't
the
decided
name.
whether I think it's actually a very good point. I haven't decided whether I think they're OP or not. Like,
I don't
they
think
are
so.
definitely more efficient
Right.
by a lot than the regular fabricators. So, you know, top players take note of that and feel kind of obligated to build them as
Right.
much as I am right now. But don't think I'm a top player or anything like that.
Oh, dude, you're pro, right?
And yeah, if you mean I get paid money for it, then absolutely not.
I'm sorry.
I get-
Misunderstanding. Why are you here?
I get
Sorry.
paid money to build it, not strictly just to play it. So get these guys out and completely miss the key sequence there. Go ahead and get.
Pro player right here at work.
There we
folks.
go. Finally.
Look at the idle commander. I'm just gonna pick apart your game.
Yeah, do that. I
problem.
think that's top-notch entertainment, so I have no problem. Okay, so this is got this in command 1, so we're gonna go ahead and do this up over here. And Brad, unfortunately, is in the state of getting ready to barf up a lung. So
No.
oh,
not
you're
at all.
back.
No,
oh,
I'm
okay,
back.
great.
I'm back.
Excellent.
I made it back. We're good. I know the audience missed me too, so I'm really glad that I could get back in the game.
Yes, welcome back. Okay, so we'll use this guy to help out that guy, and everything's going okay. So we haven't seen. Don't I have a sub commander? Oh,
You do.
hello. Now, a lot of times with the sub commander, he's super handy because I'm not always the greatest at scouting early, but AI players are pretty good about scouting early.
Yeah, they
so
are.
I kind of like it's actually kind of a crutch because I just let them do that. But I think I will actually start.
One of the things I've been doing lately is I'll
Is a
just build
radar.
a radar like almost immediately now.
Yeah, I like the early radar.
Yeah. It's handy when you're kind of on a smaller planet like this too.
I end up. Oops. These guys are idle. That's not good. And I just did the wrong thing. Put that guy there. And I'm gonna do all of these.
Nice.
And this is when you're just gonna go nuts. You're just like,
Yeah.
you know what I wish I had? Oh, hello.
Oh, wow,
So
he's
I don't,
right there.
I don't need to go there. I'm actually just gonna let these guys. I'm gonna recommand that one and then build this. Build this. Now that I know where he is, I can set up a giant build queue of like, please go get me all the things.
Yeah.
Including the
Those-
stuff around my buddy's base.
And those are called area commands, one of our
Yeah.
simple but powerful tools that we give players when they play the game, right? Like Planetary Annihilation's huge.
Yeah.
It's a massive game, and one of the things we can do to help people out so they can manage that scale is tools that actually like work not in an automated kind of way, but just like sweeping broad movements that do the things you want to do. You don't have to micromanage
Yeah,
it.
just like I drew this line of vehicle factories. Now, this guy has a bunch of stuff, so I'm actually going to go ahead and build some. Oh, I've got grenadiers. I'm
Oh,
so
you have
excited.
grenadiers?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Get some of those going. Queue up another one of those, so I've got 2, and I guess I should queue up one of these. And then L for continuous build.
Let's talk a little bit about the factories in the game. We have 3 tiers or layers of play. We have ground, which are
Yeah.
bots, which you see all right there.
We have 2 ground. We have the bots, as
the
I was just
vehicles.
building. We have these vehicles, which are the other ground unit. They tend to be a little bit slower, but maybe a little tougher. The bots are really good for harassing, and the vehicles are really good for just blowing up bases.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have the air layer, of course, with bombers and fighters and things like that.
Yep.
And then there's space, the orbital shell, where you can build fabricators that can build satellites, or you can just build fighter jets. Not
Transports
fighter
to
jets.
go to other planets.
Yeah, transports, very important. Of course, did you get orbital yet in Galactic War?
If you look when I select my fabricators, you actually do start out with the orbital launcher.
Wonderful.
But it's really limited. You can pretty much only build transports.
Ah.
So that is where that's at. Okay.
One of those interesting ways where you kind of have to work around. Like when you do an invasion with this, you have to use the transports exclusively for right now until you find more technology.
Wow, there's so many of them coming now.
A little bit of harass going on by the AI.
Yep. And these guys.
It's all right, you got that.
These guys need to be building stuff. And actually, let's get everybody to rally over here.
What he's doing right there is awesome as well. Like a massive rally point, and he also picked a continuous build. So like he queued up a bunch of soldiers or units, and now those units, or excuse me, now those factories are going to barf out those units eternally until Adam tells them to stop.
Exactly. Eternal barfing.
Eternal barfing. Another thing you can do with rally points, we kind of take it to the next level, is you can actually chain like different commands. So you can rally out and then patrol somewhere and then attack somewhere and then have them go back to patrol. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff, basically daisy chain.
So I feel like I've got a pretty good set of forces building, and I've got a set of forces over here that I can use to attack. So I'm going to go ahead and send these guys in. Oh, it's kind of a narrow spot here, but it does look like we're going to navigate that successfully. A little bit of wreckage in the way, hopefully not too much.
Gotta blow up that wreckage.
I could blow up the wreckage. There we go, got that done.
Perfect. Wow. So right now you have flame tanks, which those are the close-up units right there.
Yeah.
They do some work.
They're slow and they're tanky, but they do a lot of damage if they ever get close. And
you're about to bop that commander on the head. I feel like
I'm totally gonna bop that commander on the head.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Flame tank on him. You can see the terrible damage we're inflicting upon him. The bar is going down pretty fast. These guys have a ton of health, so for it to go down that fast means, a very successful bopping indeed.
Boop. Yeah, he's done.
Wish I had more units. Oh, look, more units.
Wonderful.
And here we go. And kablooey, boom.
I want to see that moment again, Adam.
Well, the good news is we got the chrono cam. We can just go back. We can just review the game right here, and we can go back. Let's go back 30 seconds, and we can see it again. Here it comes.
Chronocam's awesome. It's like a game DVR.
And you can actually do this anytime during the game. You don't have to wait for the end of the game. Or you can be in the middle of the game and you can be like, what happened to that section of my base? Just go back in time, take a quick peek, and there you go. You know exactly what's going on.
That's insane.
And you've got complete control of the camera. You can be like, well, what was going on over in this other base at the same time? Except for, giant explosions are so fun.
Yeah.
I don't really want to miss
Watch them all over and over again. Put that on YouTube, Adam.
That's right. Okay, so now we've done that, and we can return to the Galactic War. And you'll see that we're kind of in the state we were just a few minutes ago. We've finished a fight. We're now ready to explore that system. Click explore, and come on, something good. I like it.
Oh, now you have to make a choice, though.
Yeah.
What do you want to get rid of instead?
What do I want to lose?
Oh, is he going to sacrifice defense for fabrication?
Missile launchers, triple laser turrets, and anti-flak.
Those cost a lot of money.
They cost a lot, so I think I'm going to get kind of flesh out my basic stuff first, and then now I've got that good to go.
Wonderful, man. That was a game of Galactic War, just one match in a huge map. This is actually an Uber map. I love it. Like, we designed Galactic War from the ground up to be played over and over again and for everything to feel different. And one of the things we pointed out earlier is, it's dynamic systems. Every playthrough is completely unique.
Yeah, exactly. So if there's different loadouts that are really interesting that you actually discover those loadouts as you travel around and explore the galaxy. And those loadouts can be things like, well, I'm going to start with a bot commander, somebody who starts with a bot factory instead of the vehicle factory. There's an orbital commander that starts out, I think he actually does have a basic factory, but he does also start out with a commander being able to build the orbital factory. So if you want to just be like, bam, orbital, you can do it.
Yeah.
And he's got a very rich set of orbital stuff, not like what I had here where it was like, oh, just transports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, thank you for joining us today. A lot more is coming to Galactic War and Planetary Annihilation as a whole. You can grab both right now, of course, on Steam, Humble Bundle Store, the Uber Store, places like that.
Yeah. See you next time.